I'm Michael Tabor, and welcome to Tabor Talk. As you can see, I just figured out how to get my intro going in. I hope you enjoyed that Tabor Talk, and I also have an outro. So, anyway, this is going to be part two on Jesus kicks fucking ass and Satan is a pussy. Okay, so I actually read the full article my friend sent me here on. Let me just bring this up here. Um, okay, 12 lies the devil wants you to believe in 2012. Okay, so the article is about 7 years old. Now, people, if you're watching that first video, Jesus Christ kicks fucking ass, and or Jesus fucking kicks ass, and Satan is a pussy, you'll see that I'm playing. Well, I shouldn't really explain this trolling or satire or parody, whatever. The point is that people, Christians, they anthropomorphize the so-called. Listen, there's good and evil, and there's a way of, as I said, to use the word again, anthropomorphizing, taking, say, what epitomizes evil. You have bad, and through history, if you look at mythology or whatever, you'd see perhaps the devil as a snake or a horse with half human, half animal form. Satan, like we all have this image of Satan having a tail and a pitchfork and horns and all this, and Jesus too, or God and Jesus incarnate. So yeah, but the problem is there are people, fundamentalist Christians, who think that like it's like a person, anthropomorphization. I'm probably butchering the word. Anthropomorphization. Okay, I think that's right. Okay, so I'm playing on that a little bit. I shouldn't really explain it. If you're going to do a troll or a gig or a parody or whatever, don't explain it. But whatever. I'm trying to figure this out myself. So Tabor Talk. I'm going to go through this article again. The 12 lies the devil wants you to believe in. Okay, so number one is Satan wants you to believe that you have no value in this world. Satan desperately wants you to believe that you have no value. Okay? So Satan knows that God says that you have infinite value, that you're extremely valuable and important. Satan knows this, and he wants to fuck with you. Okay? So, and it says what Jesus said. Here we are. Oh, you can't see that, so I'm going to have to read this to you because of the glare. You are the salt and the light of this world. Matthew 5:13, 14. When I get going on this with production, you're going to see this on the screen. And I'm getting better and better each day. I might be able to edit this in, but I'm trying it for now. It's Tabor Talk. It's spontaneous. It's off the cuff. No editing, no script, no editing. I keep repeating myself, but that's important. So it's not that I'm unaware of the problem of just reading and you're not being able to see this. Okay, so Jesus says you are the salt and the light of this world. You have the ability to bring flavor to a bland life. You have the ability to preserve life that is being spoiled by Satan. All right. That's hilarious. You know, I might be able to figure out how to put this right into the video. Okay, maybe for this one, because this is pretty good. Now, the fact that I have no editing and I don't have to do all this thing allows me to, I put out sometimes 7, 8, 9 videos a day. If I have to do this and I'm doing it by myself, I'll have to limit myself. So I have to figure this stuff out. So here's another one that I think is hilarious. You should worry about the economy and the world conditions. Now, I think this is a right-wing thing. It says, in 2012, as in the previous few years, Satan will try to use the ever-changing economic and governmental changes of the world to bring fear, doubt, and worry. That's right, some right-wing bullshit there, right? So it is interesting to me how the Christian community, the evangelical community aligns themselves with conservatism, Republicans, and all that, which is kind of ironic because if Jesus were alive today, of course he'd be liberal. Of course Jesus would be democratic. The poor, the elderly, of course, the right-wing philosophy, their whole ideology is pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and we don't need help from anyone, and yet in scripture is you want help from God. So I'm just going to continue on here. Number 3, you should seek security and success through independence and total self-sufficiency. Let's see what Satan says here. One of the primary tricks of the devil is to convince Christ followers that they don't need others and that they don't need to rely on Jesus. Just what I just said before even reading this. The irony of, yes, you need help from other people. You really do. You need help from the government at times. Perhaps you lose your job. Perhaps you lose a leg. I don't know. You're on disability. You need people. You need others. You need Jesus, right? So there it is. The Republican says, fuck government programs, rugged individualism, all that, okay? So, and it says, Jesus says, I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing. John 15:5. This writing is just really crazy. So down to number 5. This is another thing I talked about in the last video. The days of miracles and the supernatural are gone. This is hilarious. Satan wants you to believe that every situation that you are currently facing is bound by natural laws and must be solved through natural means. He wants to convince you that there is no use in asking or in believing for a supernatural intervention. I'll just leave it at that. That's fucking hilarious, right? So the laws of physics, we all know, the 4 basic laws of physics. You have gravity, electromagnetism, and then you have, within the atomic structure, strong, weak force. So gravity, electromagnetism, strong forces. Weak forces, right? I dropped the pen, it's falling, and now you kind of like, oh, Jesus help me, and it's something, it's just, listen, this is absurd. This is fucking nutty shit on both sides. And let me pick up my pen here. So I am like, what are these Christians afraid of? Like, listen, okay, you're saying that God is all powerful. God made Satan, and Saint Michael threw fucking Lucifer out of paradise, whatever. God is much stronger. So why do you give a shit about Satan? Fuck you, Satan. Satan is a pussy. So I'm going to continue on. There's a few more here. I'm not going to read all of them. You are alone. Satan wants to say you're all alone. You're incapable of doing anything anything significant. You are at the mercy of the enemy and Satan. Some things are just impossible. You don't have enough faith. Sometimes we talk so much about faith in church. Let me repeat that. Let me try again. Sometimes we talk so much about faith in church that we make it seem like an unattainable gem that only the Indiana Joneses of the church are able to find and then use. This is fucking lame, man. This is not well written. I'm not even sure I am talking about this. Faith and prayer may work on small stuff, but not big stuff. Okay, may Satan will... This is horribly written. Okay, may Satan will let you... You know what? Fuck this. It's such a shit job. And who wrote this? What's his fucking name? Okay, this is written by Pastor Mark in 2012. Pastor Mark, you can't fucking write, dude. Okay, so this is the first video with an intro, outro, and what I'm going to do, I think, is when I talk or when I read, you'll see on the screen. You see what I mean? It's going to be more professional. But in time, people, this is just the first day with intro and outro. So, okay, Tabor Talk, good books, good friends, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding.